What is going on, guys? It's your boy MTG back here with another video today, and today guys I have a very interesting idea. As you guys can see, I'm going to be doing a rebuild, and the first rebuild I'm going to be doing is the Marshall Thundering Herd. Now the reason I decided to do this is because I had a great idea. So in 2006 a movie came out starring Matthew McConaughey as the head coach of the Marshall football program, and the reason this movie was made was in response, I believe, to the 1970 plane crash of Marshall University. If you don't know what that is, essentially the entire team basically perished because the plane crashed on their way back from an away game, I believe it was. It is a fantastic movie, 100% recommend it, but I'm going to put Matthew McConaughey, as you guys can see, the head coach of the Marshall Thundering Herd. Of course, his alma mater, I had to put Texas, huge Texas fan, so you might see people use him at Texas. I don't know how many people would use him at Marshall, but of course he plays the coach in the game, or in the movie, for Marshall. Obviously, our pipeline, I believe Marshall's in West Virginia, so we said to West Virginia. Everything else, we're going to get right into it. Now, this is my first dynasty, so I really don't know what's going on. I'm going to try to maybe do one season per video, so I don't, make the videos too long. But as you guys can see, Marshall right here, they haven't been the greatest recently. In 2014, they had themselves quite a run, 13-1, and went to a bowl game, won a bowl game, I believe. I believe whenever it shows bowls, it means they've won bowl games. So, 6 and 7 last year was definitely a disappointment for them. They did make a bowl game at least, but it's been a little disappointing recently. They played a nice conference, the Sun Belt, so this program isn't horrendous, but it definitely needs some work if they want to compete for a national championship. So, the goal, I would say within 10 years, at least compete really realistically for a conference championships. What I'm going to do is I'm going to set up the coaching and scouting board. I'll be back. I'm going to go through, add all the prospects, so I'll get through them and tell you why I added them, and then we'll see what's going on. Alright, so I set up the recruiting board. This is what I got. We have some 4 stars on here. I don't think we have any 5 stars because a lot of these guys are going to be out of the range. Right now, so we're a 2-star program, so I mainly focused on 2, 3, and 4-star type guys, people that already had a little bit of interest in us. So, Dean Washington right here, this is going to have to be the quarterback of the future. He's a scrambler archetyped. I believe in him. I think he's going to do very well. We have this Shabazz as our running back. He's 3rd in interest for us. In 7th, we have Leo Cummings. And right here for this 3-star receiver, we're 3rd on their list. So we just need to basically try to persuade some of these guys. Some wide receivers not super interested, but not a bad pipeline. So I figured, hey, we'll try to take a shot at them. It's close to home. Percy Wells, we're 7th currently on his list. Ivy, we're 7th. Bridges, we're 7th. He hasn't done much. 6th right now on Randy right here. And I'll just scroll through and you guys can see where we sit. We're not first, I believe, on anybody's, but we can definitely try to persuade that. I think our highest might be 2nd, yeah, right here. So hopefully we're able to land some of these guys at least, as they're going to need to develop and probably become stars for us to really see a major improvement. So we'll talk through this. So upgrade coach skills. I picked a motivator in the movie. He is a master motivator, so I figured why not. We'll do that. We'll go with the D lineman to start. We'll focus on the defense. So if D linemen, we get an extra boost if some of them get drafted. We'll look at our team real quick and see who really is a standout player on our team, if we have anybody like that. We'll go to, I guess. So we're looking at quarterback. Okay, quarterback right here. We have a sophomore, redshirted. Cole Pennington. Is this guy going to be the future? I don't know about that, but he's probably not a bad option right now. Halfback, not fantastic right there. Receivers, pretty below average for the most part. Tight ends. Offensive line looks pretty good, actually. We have a senior center who probably is going to get drafted, as he's a slightly higher overall. Defensive line. We really don't have any standout players. Everybody's kind of just around average. We have a 84 overall senior left outside linebacker, which is nice. Our linebacker core, besides him, though, lacks a lot. Corner, the secondary itself, basically all 76 overall. So a lot of improvement needed right there. So not really expecting too much from Marshall right here. But who knows? Maybe this team can go out. They can win 7-8 games, make a bowl game or something like that. So we're looking at some of these guys. We'll look at them in just a second. We're 79th ranked right now in the top schools, which is not fantastic. Obviously, we want to be in the top 12. but we'll look at our recruiting board right here. So we're going to have some hours to spend. I'll go through and do that real quick, but we need to make some improvement. Let's get some of these guys landed. Alright, so just got done doing my first round of recruiting. I really targeted some guys who were interested in us from the beginning. So this guy he's third on our list. Obviously a big name. Ohio State is talking to him, but I spent a good amount on him. He'd be a really nice halfback. He's a power back. He's going to fit this ground and pound type team. I'm going to basically focus a lot on building the trenches and also building the defensive line. I think that's the angle I'm going to take right here. This 3-star receiver was very interested in us from Kentucky. I figured I'd put a little bit of effort into him. This tight end is a good run blocker. Scouted him a little bit, so I feel like he's be a good pick. Then obviously I worked on some of the offensive line right here. These guys, the right tackles, I feel like I need to make a play on this. We're locked out of this guys, so I figured, hey, 3-star guy right here, we'll put a good amount of effort into him. We're right outside. Maybe we can get into the top 8 before he makes decisions. This right guard right here, no one's really going after him too much, so I figured we put some effort into him. In the center, of course, we're losing our center for he's a senior this year, so we're assuming we're losing him. Probably not going to come back, so we're not in his top 8 right now, but I gave him a little scholarship right there. This 3-star right end is a little bit interested in us, and a lot of other schools are, so we put a little bit of effort into him. This 4-star DT, we're third on his list, so I figured, hey, we need to really try to hit hard at them. Only one to offer him a scholarship right now. This right outside linebacker, if we can get inside the top 8, maybe we can try to persuade him a little bit. And then finally, this 3-star free safety, we're a little bit higher on his list, so I put a little bit of time into him. I'll focus on him more down the road right here. But we're going to advance to the next week to our first game. Maybe we can start to schedule some of these recruits or anything. Again, this is my first time doing a dynasty. I'm not exactly sure what's going on. So we're number 1 in this halfbacks finally. We'll look at it in just a second. So recruiting update, we're number 1 in this halfback, this wide receiver. We're number 1. We're really making some leaps and jumps. So we move into 6th place for the right end right here. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. 4-star DT, we're number 1 in. So if we can get some of these guys, I don't know why he wants to come so bad. He's from Georgia. I figured he'd want to play at Georgia, but we have an FCS game, so we'll have to kind of see what's going on. We'll use some of our hours right here. We'll recruit some more guys. I'll be right back. All right, so the 2 main guys I targeted this week, I targeted the left end right here. He is a 3-star. I'll show you their interest. If I can just back out real quick, I'll show you the interest on these guys. So this guy is a left end. Where's he at? Right here. We're number 5 on his list. He's a 3-star right end or left end. If we can get some jumps on him, that'd be super awesome. And then I also put a little time into this 4-star corner. We're number 7 on the list right now. Wisconsin's going after him a little bit, but besides that, maybe we can jump. They offered him a scholarship. We did too. So we'll see what we can do. Obviously, we should beat FCS Southeast. If we don't, that's going to be very, very bad for a lot of our recruits, I would imagine. So let's hope we beat them. As right here, you guys can see, we jump into 1st place for this free safety. Sweet right there. Get a little level up for our coach. And right now, we're 81st. 81st in brand exposure, 120th in championship contenders. So obviously, we got some stuff to work towards, but I'm assuming we won our first game. We lost to an FCS school. That is not the way to start. That is not the way to start, man. That is not the way to start. These recruits are not going to like that. So we definitely need to turn it around against Virginia Tech, which, trust me, I don't have too much hope for if we just lost to, what are their names? So, an FCS school. But I'm going to use the linebackers because we have some good linebackers that might go to the NFL. So I'm going to kind of, use those to hopefully get some boost. But recruiting, we'll probably stay off this week and we'll just sim for the 2nd week right here, Virginia Tech. Let's see what the top stories are. So Clemson Clemson beats Georgia, who's number 1 at the time. Dylan Gabriel has himself a great week. Then this week is for the Iowa game. Game of the year, Michigan, Texas is this week. All right. Let's look at what happened. So we lost by a field goal. That's embarrassing. Hopefully we can maybe... We'll hop into this one. We'll just sim it. We'll see what goes on, but not well. Not good, guys. Not good. So let's see what happens right here. 7-0 we're up right now. I mean, if we can somehow beat Virginia Tech after literally just losing to an FCS school, we're up 14-0 right now. Virginia Tech scores 21-7, man, at halftime. I'll tell you what, if we literally win after losing to a FCS school, I think we're going to win. It's 21-14, 21-21, 24-21. We blew it. Okay, so we have 17 in the fourth quarter. What is happening to Marshall, man? I mean, I wasn't expecting to beat Virginia Tech. That's a tough competition for a school like Marshall, but how did we literally just... Okay. I don't know how that just happened. I don't know how we just blew a 17-point lead. Alright, let's go to the next week. I'm assuming a lot of these recruits are not super happy with us right now, considering we are just doing horrendous right now. But, I mean, still first in some of these guys. The right tackle we kind of dropped out of. Yeah, not very happy with how the season's going so far. But as for recruiting, we're doing all right. So we'll go a couple more. We got our bye week right now. Sim that. We'll do a little bit of recruiting the next week, but I'm assuming a lot of these guys are not happy because we are just not doing too hot. We do have a right tackle in first place now, which is nice, so hopefully we can land him. We're at Ohio State, which that's going to be a bloodbath, I would assume, but we'll see how many recruiting hours we have. We have 65. Let's target a few guys. All right, so I focused on one guy, mainly focused on this middle linebacker right here, simply because we don't have too much middle linebacker depth, so I figured, hey, we'll go out, we'll take a chance right here. Let's just upgrade our coach, and I guess we'll max out linebackers so these guys continue to play well. They're going to start off hot in fourth quarter games. That might have helped last time, but I'm just going to sim this week, assuming we're going to get our butts kicked by Ohio State, #1 team in the nation. Don't expect too much from this squad. Let's see. So we're first now in the center. We're locked out of some of these guys, which sucks, but it is what it is. I'm assuming we're 0-3 right now. We are. Let's see how bad the loss was itself. We ended up losing 44-9. All right. So now we start Maction. So we need to get on a roll right here. Virginia Tech is 4-0 right now. We might have been their closest game. Almost knocked them off. So we were within 3 of a top 25 team. Let's sim this week. Western Michigan. Let's hope we can get at least one win under our belt right now. We still want to compete for at least a bowl game this year. Let's see what happens. So we're first now in this guy. Still left end first right here. Not too bad. We'll definitely take it. Did we end up winning our game? We're 0-4 right now. Marshall's 0-4 right now, guys. Ooh, okay. Not the start we're looking for. Not one bit. So let's get our D lineman a little more work in right here. Okay. We'll sim another week, I guess. Assuming we're going to lose to App State. App State's usually a pretty solid school. But, alright, so recruiting, still doing well. At least recruiting-wise, we're doing all right. We're 0-5 right now, 0-1 in conference play. I mean, I guess if we can get hot, we can still win the conference because it all goes by conference record. But, yeah, don't know how I feel about it. Don't know how I feel about it. We'll look at recruiting right here. We got 80 hours. All right, so let's do a little... I'm going to do a little recruiting right now. I'll talk in just a sec. All right, so here's what I decided to do. I ended up deciding to schedule 2 visits for free safety Eric Holt right here, and then I also scheduled a visit for the halfback we were targeting. This guy way up here. Where's he at? Bang. Shabazz. So I scheduled a recruit for him, or a visit for him, for week 12, I believe. It's against, like, Georgia State, or I forget which week I scheduled it. But we're against Georgia Southern right now. Can we finally get on the board? We're 0-5 right now. Our fans are not too happy. Let's see. So we got to commit left end right here from Kennesaw, Georgia. I don't know how we flipped them from Georgia, but we'll definitely take it. Not bad at all. So we've got our first commit. Did we end up winning? Did we at least have a win? We're 0-6 right now. Okay. So this year's chalk is what I'm hearing. This year is a year in which we're not expected to do too much. So that just means next year we're going to flip the script and we're going to be the best team in the nation. Probably not, but let's hope so. So we'll throw on the offensive line boost right here because we might have a guy drafted, our center. So on to Georgia State. I believe we have our halfback or free safety. One of them is coming to Georgia State, so a win right here would be huge. Let's hope we don't take a loss. There we go. We got ourselves a wide receiver, Casey Elias, right here. We also got ourselves Malik Mills, right end. So we're getting some commits. Not too shabby whatsoever. Losing out on some guys, that's all right. No big deal. We're not expected to get everybody, but if we can get some people, we'll definitely take it. Leonhardt is the player of the week in the Sun Belt Conference. We have a player of the week right here with 9 tackles. Not too shabby. So I'm assuming we had to have won the game if we got player of the week. And there we go. Our offense player of the week as well is our quarterback right here, sophomore. 323 yards, 3 touchdowns. Not bad at all. So we got 2 players of the week. I'm assuming we won that game. Yes, we did end up winning that game. Luckily, what was the score? 30-7. All right, so that was an absolute beatdown. So hopefully our recruits saw that and took that to heart. We'll upgrade the coaching skills just a little bit right here. Cannot do that. I don't know why I did that, but I guess we'll throw on quarterbacks. Well, hopefully our quarterback will start playing a lot better. That was definitely a good week for him. 323 yards and 3 touchdowns. We'll advance the week, do a little bit of recruiting then. So we're 1-6 right now. So obviously not a good record. This is definitely a down year, but hey, we're rebuilding a program. There we go. We got the halfback to commit. That is a big commit right there. We do need ourselves a standout halfback. First place in this defensive tackles. He's reached his top 3 schools, so we'll probably schedule him a visit, I would assume. So we're 1-6 right now. Going to go playing UL Monroe. So let's check out how many recruiting hours we have. We have 340. So I'm going to do a little bit of work right here, and I'll be right back. All right, so here's what I decided to do. I put a lot of people on visits, scouted a few other guys. I scouted our kicker and punter I had on the list, just so we have some depth there. We're not really in the punter's range, but we did give him a lot, so maybe he'll hop in. Kicker right here, we should be able to influence him a lot. Yeah, just schedule some visits and stuff like that, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we are able to persuade some players and hopefully get some more recruits, but we're going to sim this week. Hopefully we can win this game. We're playing against UL Monroe. Should win it theoretically. We're 1-2 in our conference right now. Let's sim the week. Hopefully this is not a loss. This would be detrimental if we can lose this game. Coming off a bye week, we should not whatsoever. We got a commit right here. We got a tight end. Nice to see he finally committed. We end up in first place for Holt still. Wide receiver and punter, we jump into first too as well, which is nice. We'll definitely take it. But so far this year, we're going to end up losing that game. We're 1-7. Not fantastic. We'll advance another week. We'll see what's happening. Once again, I'm going to do one of these seasons per video, so we'll make this a little bit of a series over the next few weeks, see what we can do. Alright, so we're first in the center. He's reached his top 5 schools, so we'll schedule some of these guys. We'll do some sells and stuff like that. We'll do a little bit more recruiting. We got another, he's actually our defense player of the week. We'll definitely take that. So did we end up winning that game? No, we did not. We're 1-8 right now. Coastal Carolina, I believe this is our final, one of our final games at least home games, I believe. But let me do a little bit of recruiting right here. How many hours I got? I got 225. Let me finish this off right here. All right, so here's what I decided to do. I added a couple people to our list. I sent the house. Hopefully we can, get some of these guys. But a lot of them, there's not a lot of interest, especially this guy right here, this Tam right here. Not a ton of interest. There's some interest on the right outside linebacker and DT, but hey, who knows? Maybe we can hop inside their top 3 or whatever. But we'll sim this week. We'll see what's up. We'll see what happens right here. Week 12 against Coastal Carolina. We're 1-7 to this point. I don't really expect to win, but you never know. We got a commit right here. 4-star DT finally commits to our program. That's a huge, huge commit. Punter, we're still first in. Wide receiver right here. We need to get a little bit better in. Let's see right here. We're 1-9 against Old Dominion now. Let's upgrade our coaching skills. Obviously, the year we did not win, we're probably going to end up with 2 wins if I had to guess. But, hey, you never know. Next year could be our year. We had ourselves a great recruiting class, in my opinion. We'll check everything out at the end of the year. So we'll just sim to the bowl games. Because I'm assuming we're not going to end up winning anymore. Maybe one game, maybe, against an Old Dominion or something like that. We'll end up winning. But obviously, not a bowl game year 1. This is one of our worst years in program history, at least in the last, century, not century, the last decade or so, somewhere in that area. Not very good. Let's look. So reached his top 3 schools. We're in there. And then this guy went to Virginia. All right, we expected that, but overall, not a very great year. Dylan Gabriel ends up winning the Heisman. What else happens here? All right, so let's look at job offers. We'll just kind of see what's going on. I'm assuming we're not getting any. We're getting Colorado State job offer. Yeah, not going to take that. We'll upgrade our coaching skills. We got 10 to use, so we'll use offensive lineman, I guess. They'll get some off-season boosts and stuff like that. That's where we mainly want to focus. Early National Signing Day, we'll tune into this. This is our recruiting board, so we end up losing this wide receiver right here. He goes to JMU. This guy we're still first in, so that's nice. The center we're still first in. Still hasn't committed yet. Where's the free safety at? We're first in. A lot of these guys are doing very well, and so hopefully we can land most of them. For the most part, I don't think we had a terrible off season, or recruiting season. So we'll just kind of send the bowl weeks. Don't really care about this. Obviously, we don't end up making anything like that, so we don't have really a poll at all. So hopefully we can just land some of our recruits. That's the plan. Let's see right here. Let's see staff moves. So right, who's leaving? We got, for anybody for our team, I'm assuming Knox, because our team did not perform very well. Let's look at the year. Let's look at the year, how we did overall. So obviously the first 7 weeks were pretty rough. We won our last game against James Madison, which is wild. I guess they only went 5-7. Old Dominion went 10-3. Geez. So we got smoked by like Southern Mississippi, but Coastal Carolina we got smoked in as well. Old Dominion we only lost by 2 points on the road there against a very, very good team. 10 points to UL Monroe. We really played everybody close besides like Ohio State. Western Michigan was kind of a blowout. We played everybody else close. So, we didn't particularly do well. We just got very unlucky, lost a ton. Is that Oregon, Miami in the national championship? Yes, Oregon ends up winning the national championship right there with the Heisman. So I guess we'll do the off-season stuff right here. We'll go to the transfer portal, see if we can land anybody, see if we need to stay and stuff like that. Committed right here, we got the center. Sweet, perfect. Kicker, did we get the free safety? I don't see the free safety, which scares me a little bit, so we might end up losing him. But we're going to need to transfer in some guys. We're going to need to stop guys from transferring. So transfer portal, what's going on here? So got this Toledo guy, second in interest. We got a lot of DTs though. I guess we'll put a target on him. Free safety, gonna need that probably. Middle linebacker, left end, strong safety. We'll focus on some of these guys. I guess basically we'll just throw the house at everybody that is interested in us. Yeah, we'll go with that. Wonders that under my recruiting board. Like I said, this is my first time really doing it. Yes, it is. So I'm going to need to do some recruiting. I'll talk to these guys and hopefully land some of them. All right, so this is mainly who we focused on in the transfer portal. We got free safety right here. We got 2-star. Should be able to get him. We set the house on most of these guys because we're super late into the process. But not a lot of these guys are getting a ton of interest. A lot of guys from North Carolina actually are getting a good amount of interest, so maybe we can land a few of them. I was wrong. We didn't end up getting the free safety. I don't even remember seeing that. Week 10 was his visit, so he committed there. So we'll sim right here. We'll see if we get anybody. Yeah, we'll do the off-season stuff in this video as well. Then we'll focus solely on next year going into that. But yeah, we end up, getting top for a lot of people. We'll definitely take that. Let's see right here. So, wonder how many hours do I have? I have 50. There's not, I don't think there's a ton I can do on a lot of these guys. I guess we'll, I like this middle linebacker, so can we schedule him a visit? What can we talk to him about? His proximity to home? Sure, we'll do that. We'll try landing him, hopefully. Hopefully we can get some more recruits landing and then some transfers coming in. I don't know if anybody's really transferring out of this guy we're locked out of him. He said he's going to Miami. All right, no problem, dude. How many hours we got? I'm assuming we get 50 each week. Or okay, so we're gonna be able to schedule 2. Let me go over to my school real quick. I just want to see what's quickly going on. If anybody, okay, this is just, I didn't know if this would show you where the players are transferring out or anything. So we're locked out here. We don't need a DT. I'd like him. I like a nice. I guess we'll can't schedule a visit with him yet. Let's kind of just see. I guess we'll take liberty in trying to get him right here. We're going to talk about playing time because he's going to get some nice playing time right here. And then we will go with that guy's. It's a tight race. I'm assuming we're going to get him, so I want to confirm it. I already scheduled him a visit. All right. He's probably already set in stone. I guess we can go for this guy. Schedule him a visit. He's going to be getting a good amount of playing time, so we'll talk to him about that. So let's sim this week. Hopefully we're able to land another guy. I'd like to see that, but we'll see. So we're locked out of a few guys right here. We're in first for some people. We'll take that. We'll give it one more shot. We got 275 hours. Alright, so on the top 3 for him, he's already a visit. There's not much we can do. I guess we can solidify this guy, give him a visit. What are we going to talk to him about? Playing time. You're going to get it, dude. If you want it, you're going to get it. And that's kind of the last guy. I mean, I don't think we have shot at really anybody else. So we'll sim this week. How do we do in the off season? I don't know, guys. We landed some recruits, some nice 3 and 4 stars. So we'll definitely take that. There we go. We got this guy committed right here. And besides that, don't know. So National Signing Day. Here's who we got. We got a good amount of people, man. We definitely got a good amount of people coming to Marshall. The Thundering Herd is getting a little bit better day by day. Matthew McConaughey needs himself to. He needs himself to have a better year. Definitely needs to have himself a better year. Went 2-10. I think we'll end it off right here. Not bad at all. If you guys do enjoy the video, make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on post notifications. And I'm NTG. Peace out.